Hey Stampers, Gaynor again. I've been having a play. I think I've done one of these before, but I did it in a 6x6. I can't remember what I called it, mine. But I'm going to call this one the inner panel card, or the inner M-shaped fun fold card. Fun M-fold card. That's what I've got written down here, because it's in the shape of an M. The last one I did was 6x6, and it run through the centre at 3 inches, and the squares were slightly bigger, but I'm doing this one A4 size, so it fits in a normal size envelope. It's 4 1/8 by 5 7/8. A little bit bulky on this side, only because my flowers I've given texture to, but you can push them down just to flatten them out whilst they go in the card. I just thought, why not fetch some of these old stamp sets back? But this one I'm going to switch up to a bit newer and put that down there. So I'm going to do every last little bit with you now. There's all my paper. I've not stuck nothing together. The only thing I've prepped is some flowers, and I'm going to have another one, and some leaves, and this panel. The rest we're going to do together. I have run this through the die, which coordinates with the lovely punch to give you that pattern. So that's going to have my sentiment on, and it's going to be a thank you card. I got my little butterflies out ready. I've got my scrap ready for my last flower, so I'll stamp and cut one of those out with you as well. I like to use my bits. So the red is Poppy Parade. You're going to need 4 pieces of that, and these are 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. You're going to want a piece which is 11 by 1.5. This is our blushing bride. These are going to be our layers. This is 4 1/8 by 11 3/4, and we're just simply going to fold this in half. Pardon me. And I might add some ribbon on this one to keep it closed. And not only that, adds a little bit of decoration as well. So I'm just going to fold that. I'm into all these interactive cards and fun folds, you know me, love them. So you will also need 1 piece of Whisper White, which is for the back. This is what I put on the back of mine, and there's somewhere to write your message, because this doesn't seem to be anywhere inside. So I've done this beautiful, I use this Love What You Do stamp set, and this is the Share What You Love designer series paper. I'm using the needlepoint nook on this one. This is for the back as well, which is going to get layered onto one of my white Poppy Parade pieces, and that will be adhered on the back with you able to write your message on the back. Beautiful. I might have to trim a little bit more of the white off. It's the trimmer I was using. It's not got a 5 5/8 mark. And then you're going to want 3 pieces of designer series paper the same size as the white, because they're going to get layered up on there as well. And I'm using the needlepoint nook, beautiful papers. So all the layers on for that size are 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. The designer series paper is 3 5/8 by 5 3/8. And you'll want 2 for the inside as well, but I'm going to turn them that way. Love that. And then you'll want this part for the centre, which is that part there on the black, but we're having the contrasting colours as well. So I've got Blushing Bride, Poppy Parade. I may have to trim them down a little bit more as well, because I want a little bit more of a border. And then our designer series paper. Beautiful. Or we might even switch them around yet and do it like that. And then do the plain one on the front. I haven't decided, see, nothing is written in stone until we glue it down. And then these can go opposites. And then we can add our beautiful flower and leaf to each one. And we've got a different colour flower to represent what's on the card. So let's decide first. So I'm going to remeasure those for some reason. I'm going to use my guillotine because I know the measurements on here are perfect. So these little pieces are 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So I'm just going to line that on. Perfect, that's right. By 2 1/4. Yep. These ones need to be 2 1/8. So that seems okay that way. But for some reason, that's a little bit over there. I'm just going to take a fraction off. I'm going to check them. It's better to measure twice, cut once. Because I want that little border all the way around. So I've just cut that one. And the designer series paper is 2 by 2. So it still needs a little fraction off there. Yeah, I'm just going to need a little fraction off. Because I want them to fit perfectly. I suppose it depends on which way round you sliced your card in the first place. That seems a lot better to me, so let's get that 2 1/8 by 2 1. Oh, that's over. Oh no, it's not. It's me. 2 1/8. Even though it's just a little fraction coming off, it makes all the difference. So that's 2 1/8. 2 1/8, and the last one 2 1/8. 2 1/8. It's only shards I'm taking off, see? And then we're just going to check our DSP. And I can do 2 at a time because these are cut the same, and these are 2 by 2. So 2, or a little fraction, by 2 again. Oh, mind you, that is literally nothing. Look at that, it's nothing. But at least we can do 2 at a time. And I'm going to check my designer series paper now for 2. It makes all the difference, those little fractions, those little slithers do, believe it or not. Whether you're going to have it bang on or whether you're going to have it lopsided. So again, I can do 2 at a time. And these are 3 5/8. Yeah, it's nothing, they're perfect that way. By 5 3/8. So, yeah, they're perfect. Nothing wrong with those. I just need to trim the white down a little bit. So that needs to be 3 5 3/8. Oh, no, it's perfect. Just got it right. Oh, I must have it right. My little china. So it's better to measure twice, cut once. So now all our pieces are ready. This is our base. I've got some ribbon here. This is the Poppy Parade ribbon. And what I'm going to do is, I'm not going all the way around the card wasting ribbon when I don't need to. So what I'm going to do is, I'll probably get away with a 1/4 inch ribbon. It doesn't matter if any's sticking over because my paper's going to get adhered down to it anyway, so I'm just going to flip this over, and I want to keep that roughly around the same distance. So about there, perfect. I'm going to attach the ribbon now. It's a handmade card. It doesn't have to be bang on perfection. It just needs to look beautiful when you're finished. Otherwise we go to a shop and buy bang on perfection that was done on a machine. So I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm just going to add that both sides. Perfect. Oh, look at that, more or less bang on. try and keep them the same distance. Perfect. So I can attach my red pieces now. I'm going to use my good glue. Just make sure that I've got a bit of flow going through because it's not been used today till now. I always use my other. So I'm going to have the red. Come on, there you go. So I'm going to have the red DSP showing on the front because I'm going to be adding patterns and sentiments and stuff. So that is going to get a deer down there. No one. That is perfect. Flip it over. Get another panel. We're doing everything from scratch. Apart from some of the flowers I've had to pre-cut. Otherwise you'd sit here and watch me cut out 4 flowers on my Gemini and it would be really noisy. You couldn't see what I'm doing. You just hear it. Because it's definitely way heavier than the big shot. So at this point, because we've not got anything inside yet, it doesn't matter which way round you want to call this, your front, your back, your inside. We're just going to attach our other red pieces. These are our layers. And I tried to coincide with the colours that go with this designer series paper. Beautiful. Our last panel. Once you've got everything cut to size, which doesn't take long, this card goes down pretty quick. So let me have a look. Because I used the crumb cake and the black as my layers. And this is going, and yeah. So, let's decide now what to, with this one, again, I'm just going to fold this in half. You can score it on the scoreboard board if you want, but there's nothing easier than just folding a piece of paper in half. Bringing it back on itself, both ways. Just flatten that down, making sure it's all nice and square. Give that a go, and then flip it over and do the other side. Just make sure it all comes together at the ends. Perfect. And that is why it's a letter M, because it's going in your this way and this way. It doesn't go all the way to the end. It literally goes to the end like that. What I do is I measure that score line with that score line. And then I'm going to glue that and glue that, but we need to put a designer series paper down first. So I'm going to have the patterns on the inside. Beautiful paper. Absolutely. And it is a little bit directional, if you know what I mean, but with a subtle hint. So add your papers. Because of the flower and they're blooming out that way. So that's the only, but it wouldn't matter which way round you put them. They're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So now this panel piece can go in. And like I say, I'm going to line that up, keeping this roughly in the middle. So keeping that score line. And then what I'm going to do is just shufty this backwards. Just so I can add the glue. Keeping that in the square position. The lines are perfectly matched up. And then just fold it over. Because that is our mounting fold, there are valleys. So this is coming back. I mean, mean, it take you minutes to put the card together. It's up to you then how you want to decorate. So I'm keeping that, and I'm just folding that, put it in place. And then this stands up, giving you that M shape inside your card. So it's like that. Perfect. Right, now we can start to layer these pieces up as well. Let's get our pink pieces, our red pieces. I'm just taking that little fraction off. And just pop that to one side for a moment. Perfectly bordered all the way round now. Beautiful. And our designer series paper is going on this way, and we're going to have the stripes running that way. Should we have them down? Nope, we're going crossways. So I'm just going to get that. Another nice little border. It's quite hard to see the border on this because of the design series paper, but it will look beautiful. Trust me. Or if you don't like small borders, you could have cut these 2 1/4. Those 2 1/4, 2 and 1 3/4. Entirely up to you. If you want a bigger border, you know me, I like my little ones. Beautiful. Again, another piece. It's a shame to cover up that beautiful pattern, but we've got all that gorgeous paper on the inside. Beautiful. And I will talk you through what I did for the front of the card. Beautiful. And I could have had 3 of these prepped and said, "Ooh, right, do it like this," but I like to make a card from start to finish with you. Give myself a nice little border. And a stripy paper. Beautiful. And last but no means least, depends on what trimmer you're using as well. See, I got 3 here. I've got the woodware one. See now, that looks, just have to shift it around. And now look, it fits. Why does it fit one way and not the other? You ever find that? Perfect now. Lovely stripes. Maybe I should have done the layering the other way around. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter in the slightest. So, oh, our back panel. I'm not going to do anything to this yet. I'm not going to add it to the back panel yet, because I may want to stamp something on there first. And if I make a boo-boo, I need to be able to turn it over. So, I am going to cut some off that. It's doing me head in. It is really doing me head in. So, what is this? I'm going to take that down to 5 1/4. There's something wrong with that piece, it must be. That is so much better. Look at that now, just for that little fraction. It wasn't worth ruining the card over it, so that will get attached last. We can now put these in our card in here, and these, the outer 2, I will get stuck down right up to that borderline. Beautiful. Or you could, you could do it in the centre. But no, I'm going to do mine there, like I did on the other one. And you can add this, glue this all over on this one, and the back one. The ones in the middle just need to be glued along, wide enough for them. So, oh yeah, stripes, wrong way. So keep a good distance either side. Just put that right up to the end of the DSP and lay that down, because that piece is going to stay attached, and the same with this back piece. And roughly keep them the same distance. And what I did here was, oh, I've got that stooping pain in my back. Pull that down, and that is like 3 1/8. So that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I come down, one, 2, 3, 4 squares. No, do you know what I'm going to do? I don't want to ruin it. I'm just going to place my ruler on there and keep it as level as possible. And then attach that just at the end of the paper. That looks pretty even to me. So when you put them together, just have a quick look. Yeah, it looks good. That'll do. That'll do for me. So I'll keep that one out again. Now this time we're going to have them in the centres. And keep it on the same height. So you only want to glue through the centre. Your strip is 1.5 inches. So you can go that far. And I'm only just using it as a guide. Looks pretty good to me there. So that one's going to pop out. And the same with this one. Just through the centre. Just as a guide. Oh, that one doesn't seem as big as the others. Does it? That square is not right at all. It's a little bit out. Fingers crossed. That's better. Gaynor, don't doubt yourself. So now we can just squeeze them together. And they are all perfectly in the right place now. Just want to reinforce that score. So I'm just going to pop my bone fold in just to reinforce that little centre score line. Perfect. I'm just going to tie it in a bow, see if we've got enough ribbon. I've seen the gorgeous Jan B make one of these. I've seen Dawn Griffiths make one of these. I've seen a few other ladies make these. And I made one, like I say, oh, it must be well over a year ago. And do you know what, this is my 1205th video. Oh, look at that beautiful bow. Just gorgeous. We'll play around with that again later. So, my designer series paper for the front is, I'm not going to stick it down until I've realised which way round I want it, because I might just carry on with the same on the inside. I may not want to mess around with it at all. So these little flowers are going on the inside. And so are the leaves. I've got this beautiful pattern which is going to get adhered onto the designer series paper. I've left a little bit of an overhang so I can trim off the excess. So I'm looking at it. Let me just trim that down, so we can look at it from both ways then. So just stand that up, hold that in place. And what I did with the die that comes with this set, I just run it through twice. Lovely. So it looks lovely that way. This is going to be my label with my thank you on. I'm trying to think what I could add as well. I've got some, I could add a strip of this at the back of there. Nothing's set in stone until you glue it down, see, so that would look really pretty along there with some gems, maybe a couple of these little leaves to fill in some of these holes. Maybe not. I got a longer strip there, so I could even add that strip along there and glue it onto the bottom. So that's like that. And just take about ½ an inch. So let's have a quick look. If I take, what's the length? Let me measure the length. This now is 5 3/8. 5 1 2 3/8. And then cut that at ½ an inch. And ½ an inch again. You'll know when it's right because you'll look at it and think, that's enough. So I could add a little strip there, we'll see, and a little strip there either side to contrast against that backboard. Oh yeah, or I could even add it over the top, just a little fraction. This looks a bit lopsided to me. Gaynor, what are you doing? Oh, it's just this pattern that's making my eyes boggle. So if I glued that halfway, trim off the excess then. I could even use that as a guideline. Oh, I could use that as a guideline. That way I'd know it was straight. So yeah, let's do that. Getting adventurous. So I'm just going to add a blob of glue. Because that's the front. Just leaving those dots showing all the way along. Perfect. And then I can trim that little bit off. Whoops. I'd have to do it that way, wouldn't I? Beautiful. And then that would contrast in the back there. Maybe add a strip at the top. What, should we add that strip at the top as well? Let's have a look. Again, we could use that as a guide. Now that one fits, look at that. beautiful. That is beautiful. Look at those gorgeous strips, beautifully placed. Got a little bit of that overhang there. Just going to untie this bow because it's just putting me off a little bit for a second, because I want to lay these down straight. So that now can go in the centre of my card. That can go on there then. That is beautiful. And then I can add my gorgeous, yeah, I'm not going to use that piece, but I'm definitely having these on there. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, nearly. So, yeah, just have a mess around. Don't, like I say, till it's glued down. Just going to give that a burnish from the back. That's beautiful, really pretty. Why isn't that sticking down? That's better. That is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I've got the tiniest little bit of overhang there. And I mean it's minute. Those little bits. Nothing, but I can see it. So now that is going to get attached on there. Nice border all the way around. That is so pretty. I love that. Perfection. So give that a good gluing down all the way to the edges. All the way down the sides. And in the middle. So pretty. That's it. That's the way around I want it. Nice little border there and there, there and there, there and there. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. So, keeping my flowers all together. I'm not going to use that strip now, I don't need it. I may add it to the back. I'll just add that on there. Perfect fit as well. So, glue it on. Perfect. Oh yeah, because I'm just going to leave that blank now on the back. I may add a few butterflies in different colours down the other side, because I've got my 4 colours for the flowers with me. And I'll flip this over. And we're just going to add that back panel. That is beautiful. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to pop the glue away just for a few moments. Of course, my nib needs cleaning. My fingertips are covered in glue. Look at them. I've just had, well, that's the ink I was using earlier. Oh gosh, I'm covered in everything. Let's clear these bits up now. Give myself a bit of a tidy desk. That is gorgeous. So I'm going to put my thank you on, and I'm going to use, let's see, I've got Highland Heather, Flirty Flamingo, I've got Poppy Parade and Crushed Curry, which is in all of these bits on the card. You could even use Balmy Blue. I'm thinking while we're here, my Winker Stella, just around those dots. Just to give that a bit of shine and make that stand out a wee bit longer as well. Absolutely gorgeous. You'd be surprised what you can do to a card just to make it look so pretty. I'm just following dots. That is so cute. I'm going to see where I'm going to pop this. Oh, see now, where am I going to put this? I could put it in the centre, so let's just carry on quickly with that. Y'all love Wink Castella as much as me, so that's a bonus. My tummy is now rumbling, it's ready for tea. Doesn't take long. Just makes it stand out a bit better. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. Look how pretty that is. Look at that shine on there now. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Right. Right, what colour ink am I going to use? I'm going to just use plain old black, and then we're going to add some butterflies. So I've got my thank you. I've got it already mounted on my block. I'm going to get that in the middle. And I'm going to add my thank you right through the centre. Beautiful. Oh no, I've smudged. Wait. Gone. Beautiful. Wicked, love it, love it, love it. So I've got mounted those beautiful little butterflies. So let's add some crushed curry ones. Oh, they're so pretty. I've got my cloth that they're ready to go from one colour to another. I'm going to add some Flirty Flamingo. Love this colour. Just really has grown on me just lately. And it doesn't matter that you're going through the words either. And a little bit of Highland Heather. That is beautiful. Look how sweet that is. I'm going to grab some dimensionals for that. Oops. My little tub is getting full. Whoops. And that is just... I'm just going to pop it in the centre actually. Just like that. Beautiful. Now for the inside. Like I say, we've got our flowers, and I'm going to attach a tiny tot of glue. Add my leaf. Oh, what's happened to that? That one's well and truly broke. I don't know what's happened to that one. And then what we're going to do is just going to glue these down. Well, well, well. And I'm just going to attach them in there. So I've got Highland Heather, Flirty Flamingo. Oops, that's the wrong way around. Crushed curry, so I'm going to have, oh, I don't know, they're just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. stick that down. My crushed curry is I've even kept the insides of the leaves because I was thinking of attaching those as well, but they can be just as an option. Scattered decoration, if you know what I mean. So that one's going that way. Don't worry about those, they do dry clear. That's pointing that way, that one's pointing that way now, so the other one's going to point that way. So, they're gorgeous. I love those little leaves. Don't know what happened to that leaf. Look at that. God bless it. Never mind. I've got more cardstock here. See, they all cut out perfectly. I don't know why that one didn't work. So, there it is. There's that lovely little leaf. There's my... Just pop my glue away just for a sec, because it does dry out pretty quick. So, the only one left I need now is my Poppy Parade one. And it will fit on there because I've just had the other flowers out of there. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I will get that off my stamp after. Beautiful stranger. That's its way around, I think. I can't remember which way around I had it on my block. It's not that way. There it is, look. That's the way. So I'm just going to run that through and that through, and I'll be back in 2 seconds. When I can get them, that's it. I can. Kept moving out of its way. There we go. Perfect. So now I can remove that tape. I'll clean them off later. Oh, I do apologise for a long-winded video yet again. Just grab my pokey tool. Very delicate, this leaf. Beautiful. Oh, it's so cute. Love it. So our last flower, whoops. And I'm just going to pop that right on there. Just adds a few dots just to make sure it gets adhered down. And then that one's going that way. Beautiful. You know what you could do now if you wanted with those little butterflies on there. You could stamp a butterfly on each one in a different colour, but I'm not going to, because I don't want to. I'm going to add some down the back here though. So I'm just going to have each colour floating down the back of this beautiful card now. Just going to twist them each way. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the crushed curry. I think it's a beautiful yellow colour. And that is absolutely fabulous. So I clean that as well. My fingers are stained. Terrible. Me ink. Love it. So that's the back of our card. This is now the inside of our beautiful card. I love that. This is the front. I can just see that's off a touch, but I'm not going to let that faze me right now. It's a handmade card, like I say. If we wanted perfection, we go to the shop. So I'm just going to pull that into a nice little bow. And finish that off. I wish I'd have put a ribbon on the other one now. And just, there we go. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? And you could scatter a couple of those leaves about. I think they'd look quite cute actually. Let's just try one. I'm going to use this glue for a change. Just what I need some more tape. So what I'm going to do is just dip. And then I'm going to pick these leaves up, just add a few. So look, they look like they're blowing in the wind. Beautiful. Whoops. Couple down here as well. Oh, that one's broken. Isn't that sweet? Oh my gosh, I'm going to have one more just on the end there. Perfect. That's all I'm doing with that one. That's all I'm doing. Beautiful. I'll put those in my little tub. Gonna grab a couple of rhinestones and we are done. So one there. One there. And one there. And that is me for definite now. There is my fun enfold card. I'm not going to untie it again. But this is the one. I wish I'd have added a ribbon there now as well. But this is the one using the Love What You Do. And this one is using needlepoint nook and needle and thread. Absolutely beautiful. What do you reckon? Would you give me a thumbs up? Would you give me a share? Would you like to press subscribe as well? Don't forget down there. I do post every single day, so if you want to see what I post tomorrow, don't forget to press the little bell as well, and you'll be notified of all future videos. So, till next time, thanks for watching. Bye!